Hey everyone, so I finally finished making my bandage cube. Now, I'm pretty sure I did the exact same bandaging that you do for a Meffert's bandage cube. I might have screwed up. I'll give you all a chance to look at how I bandaged it, because every time I try looking up how they're bandaged, like, how the pieces are arranged, I can't find any videos where they actually show it like this. So I figured I'd give you a chance to look at all of it. So, I made this out of a Guanlong, and it actually turns really nice. I haven't solved this yet, or even tried. I figured I'd make the video first. But, yeah, it does turn really well. Still can corner cut. Even reverse. Now, I made this myself. What I did was I took epoxy and just filled in the cracks and then sanded it down. As you could kind of see with that glare, you could get a little bit of a bump. So it's not perfect, but it is pretty good. You could see that it still has the Florian holes, but they're very minor. That's because I didn't take it apart and fill it in on the bottom, like the interior. I just did it exterior. I did this because, well, I honestly just didn't want to bother with it. Like, this is more just something to try out and do, and I'm never gonna, like, I'm gonna solve this once and then just leave it in my with my other cubes for a really long time. But it was more just being able to sand it down on the exterior. Plus, with these center pieces that are fused together, I didn't want to have to drill a hole in the actual surface, so I could unscrew it and take it out and then fill it in and then put it back correctly. So I figured this way would be really nice. Plus, also, if you look, where's the one? Here it is. I actually have an empty space for right here and right here. It's just because it's really thin plastic, so I guess there were some like, I've gotten holes before, but I've actually had pieces just completely missing, and every time I order a Guanlong for a mod, if there's ever pieces missing, I'd put them, or any pieces with holes in it, I'd swap it out on this one. So I finally ended up doing it. It worked out well though, because I didn't actually have to modify that piece or that piece. It was modified here, and this one's unmodified. In fact, you can actually see that this is still using the same sticker. It's a little bit darker just because it's a little bit more sun damaged, got scraped up when I was sanding, but it's all really nice. Now, I actually don't like bandage puzzles, and this is overly bandaged, so I'm not sure how I'm going to like this mod. But if you do like bandage cubes, this is a very difficult puzzle to solve, because almost every move that you make makes it impossible to turn on another axis. And even because these are bandaged together, you will never be able to turn on the orange face or yellow face. Only ever green, red, white, and blue. And how basically it starts is you can only turn on the red, white, and green face. So if you want to turn on the blue face, you need to do a move like this, and then that frees this up. But even then, you can't do this move, can't do this one. You could only do this one or go back. Now, when I was sanding the pieces down, I actually got a lot of dust in here. So that's kind of annoying. But really, I'm pretty sure I got most of it out. Also, you could kind of see that it's a little bit up here, just because when I glued it together, it wasn't fully aligned properly. So, like, it has a little bit of a wobble. It's not perfectly flat. Now, if you're just getting into modding, and I would definitely recommend doing this. Everyone probably has an extra 3x3 laying around from the days when we have a Rubik's brand, that, the dark days of cubing. And this is a very easy to make mod. It does not take a lot of time. All you need is sandpaper, super glue, and epoxy. Or, if you're just lazy, just sticker over the pieces. Also, if you just don't have the materials. But you could get most of the stuff on Amazon. One kind of problem is you'll probably scratch up the pieces quite a bit when you're sanding, like I did here. But fortunately, that actually helps for when you're painting it, so you don't have to rough up the surface. And as long as you don't go overboard with it, you'll be fine. In fact, if you also don't have sandpaper, all you have to do is be very minimalistic with, sorry about that, trying to sound smart. You have to just be a minimalist when it comes to putting in the epoxy and just do the bare minimum. The super glue is not fully necessary, but I do recommend it. It's just because that way when you're putting the pieces in, like to this type of format with the epoxy, it doesn't move one piece out, and you don't get stuck with every single piece looking like this and having this minor gap. But yeah, I would recommend this puzzle. The reason why I did this is because, well, first off, I had an extra one of these laying around, but also when I'm doing the 2x4x4 that I'm going to be working on probably next year realistically, you have to kind of glue the pieces together, and what I want to do is I actually want to be fused together like this, so it looks nice. Like my 3x5x5 doesn't have that, so it doesn't really look nice. So, oh, I'm actually pretty sure I haven't made a video on my 3x5x5. Let me know if you want me to make it. It doesn't look too bad, but it doesn't look great. So anyway, thank you guys so much, and if you enjoy these mods, I'm probably going to be putting out a couple more videos with mods just because I'm running out of puzzles. So let me know and I'll do it. Also, if you have any ideas for mods, let me know because I'm always trying to think of what to do next. So thank you guys and have a great day.